Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, the pleasurable expansion. Now it's time to cover the element filter window. So what we have seen in the previous video with file is that we can use the browser window to filter. The child option, you can filter out whatever according to this menu. And you had even some more in the tooltip. Yep, but that's not everything you can do. File doesn't cover that, so let me proceed with my collection. So that's the window. So if I press F8, anytime I press F8, even if this is already a subset browser window, because I have filtered it out, I have all of this. Do you remember the headers? Priority, repetitions, lapses, interval, last repetition, next repetition, a factor, forgetting index, ordinal number, U factor, and postpones. All of those criteria, it's here that I can sort. But now it's not about sorting. Or if I want, I can sort here with the same effect and some more parameters. So basically what I'm doing, instead of sorting, I want to filter. It's not, don't sort this from the lowest to the highest. If that doesn't make the cut, out. So everything I can set a minimum, a maximum value, and I can do more, as many as I want on the same time. Now, this is not meaningful, it's too tiny. So I will do my entire collection. Okay, so I want to customize that. First, which type? Item, topic, and task. There's no concept, because usually the concepts are meant to be dismissed, even though you can modify that. And then the status. I want to be dismissed, pending, and memorized. If you don't use pending, the pending queue, having this filter checked, it won't change anything. So let's say that in this case, I want memorized and pending, but not dismissed. Nice. And I want topics and tasks. Okay, I want to ignore items. I want topics, passive review, that is on my learning process, or pending. Nice. So far so good. The type and a status. And now the filtering criteria. I want the priority to be at the very least, 20%. If it's higher than 20%, lower than 20%, I don't care. It's not important. I want this to never seen this in my life. So I only have the automatic repetition, and that's it. Cool. Then lapses, this only applies for items. I can ignore that. Interval, okay, I want something that is a low interval, let's say a month, up to 1,000. Yeah, that's enough for me. Instead of the interval, I could have used the last repetition. Let's do that. I can uncheck, and I check last repetition. And I did the last repetition between the start of the collection, that's the date, is the day 1 of my collection, and to the end of the year. So whatever I did during the 2020, that was the last repetition. I haven't seen this ever again. And I could customize with a factor for getting index. This can be useful, a factor if you want to target very high or very low. Ordinal numbers, useless. U factors, very arcane. And postpones, depends if you use auto postpone, that can be useful. So you select the ones that have the most postpones, you filter those out, or the opposite, you want to filter whatever is not highly postponed, whatever. So for me, that's enough. So now I will click OK with this criteria. Priority, number of repetitions, the last repetition, and being an item, I'm being a topic and a task, I'm memorized. So I'm filtering out dismissed state elements and items. And in this case, I only have 2. Yes, well, imagine. That means that in this priority range of 20%, in this case, it's 5%, it's rather high. It's quite a lot, more higher than I expected. That means that, look at that, October 21st. I still have I have two elements that I haven't viewed again since the first year of this collection, even though in this priority range. Pwah! Oh my god. So imagine if I go to the 20% range. That will be outstanding. I'm not seeing that. It's way too much content. And now it could be, okay, so now what I will do is I will do a subset. Control L, if I want only the outstanding, or this one, Control Shift L, if I want every single element, regardless if it's outstanding or not. Depends on the use case of the subset review. You may want to respect the outstanding status or not. Sorry, one detail. And that has one repetition. Yeah. So I haven't seen that again, and I only seen it once. Okay. So for out of curiosity, what is this? Oh, black swan theory. Okay, good to know. Yeah, exactly. I had the automatic repetition, and that's it. I haven't seen this yet. Wow. Makes sense because I have 6 postpones. And I could have searched for postponed topics and have similar results. So that's how you can use the filter. But we use the filter on the element window. But we have seen the filter on the browser window. But there's no need to go to the browser. If I go to view, I have the filter already. That means this is collection-wise. So actually what I did to open my entire collection on the browser and then use a filter is not required. I can use the filter right away. And now, let me, for the sake of the example, I will do items, only items, whose U factor is more than 7. You know that the A factor cannot grow as much. Look at that. Look how many. The A factor is 6.9 by design, the maximum. Cool. So now I did the filter, and look at the title, filtered elements. And now I can combine everything. So I have the filter now. I can sort by the U factor if I want it. And I didn't need to nitpick, okay, let me go to the 50 something and to the 10. Oh, where's the 10? Is U, 9. Oh, here. Since I could have done this, now select with Shift, I manually select that, and now I will make a new browser window, subset. Here you go. And now I do the subset review. But instead of nitpicking this manually and sorting and checking when the value changes, this is to dummy, you have this. So, pum. So about the element filter window, that's all for now. See you in the next video.